Hey Divas, I'm Izzy.
And I'm Ava.
Come take a Diva dump with us.
Today we're going to be talking about our favorite songs from our favorite artists, comparing them to their best songs.
Yes. Obviously, before we get started, this is our opinion.
Yep.
Just because we have this opinion doesn't mean your opinion is wrong, and it doesn't mean that you should come at us for having
Exactly.
it.
Like, this is just our taste, and like honestly, our individual tastes are differing.
Yep.
I'm looking at this list right now, and like we do not have the best, the same best or faves.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have differences in opinions, but we still do like the same artists, and I think that's what matters, right?
Absolutely. Let's do a little diva debate.
Yes, a little diva debate. Okay, so we picked 6 of our favorite artists that we both share, and we both have picked our opinion of their best song and our opinion of like our favorite song.
Yeah.
Ava, let's go first.
Okay.
So our favorite artist, Ariana Grande.
Yes.
At least my favorite artist.
Yeah, she's, I don't know.
My Lord and Savior.
She's like respectfully placed at second just because Taylor Swift is my top number one,
Totally.
of course. But she's fabulous. And
Right.
the new album,
Hello.
obsessed.
Oh, the new album, so good.
Mhm.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit about your opinion of her best song.
Okay, so I chose Ghostin' from Thank You Next as her best song because although it may come off really simple in a way, I think it's written really beautifully to like let the lyrics shine, and the meaning behind the song is really powerful too. I just like that one. I think it's just like a really good song.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. The first time I listened to it, I cried. So
honestly, like it's so emotional without being like too excessive in a way, you know?
yeah,
I
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, it's really sweet. My opinion of her best song probably has to go to Get Well Soon.
Okay.
Because it was the last track on the Sweetener album, and this is the song that had the 40 seconds of silence at the end of it.
Oh.
And I think it's really beautiful that she dedicated a whole song to obviously the tragedy that happened at her concert for the Dangerous Woman tour. And so I think this is a really beautiful song in a way where it's optimistic, but not so optimistic that it's just like, oh, just be happy. It's more like heal yourself and like be happy.
Kind of realistic.
Yeah, you know, it's like good, and the 40 seconds of silence make it so much better.
I like that a lot. Okay, so choosing my favorite song, not gonna lie, like I think the favorites are really hard for some of our artists because like I like so many of their songs.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely like Ariana has like a top 5 that are like tied for me.
No, actually.
But I chose my favorite as Love Me Harder. Her and The Weeknd are just like such a good duo.
Yeah. No.
They're such a good duo. So
actually,
that's my favorite Ariana song.
I think her and The Weeknd definitely have a very good dynamic, and I feel like all of their songs really do, like they really are good songs.
Yeah.
And Love Me Harder, I think, was their first collab.
Yeah, I think so. And honestly, I think it works so well because both of them pull off that like pop R&B sound perfectly. It just, their chemistry is the word we're looking for. It's perfection.
Yes. I genuinely couldn't pick a favorite Ariana Grande song.
Yeah.
I have so many that I have on rotation that I have like, you have your top 5 that are like tied. I have like my top 20 that are tied because I just love this woman so much. Like I can tell you my favorite off of each album, but I can't tell you my favorite of all time because they're all just like, I just really love her music, and I think I really relate to her music a lot of the time. And it's gotten me through some tough times. Yeah. Not to be cliche or anything, but
it's all right. It's true.
Yeah. Right now, I will say one that I am leaning more towards a lot is like "The Boy Is Mine" from her newest album.
Good song.
Solely because it is a new song, and I'm just enjoying the vibe of it.
Yeah.
But in no time, she is going to be the same, like tied with a bunch of other songs for like top pick.
Absolutely. Okay, then what's your favorite Ariana album? To sidetrack.
Positions. I think Positions right now has got to be my favorite album.
Okay.
I'm really loving Eternal Sunshine again, just because it's new music, and I love new music from her.
Yeah.
But Positions has the most songs that I'm like, they're emotional, but they're also like really sexy, and they're also like really boppy.
It's a really good mix.
Yeah, I really like her, and I really like R&B Anna. That's what we call her.
So good.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah, I think that Eternal Sunshine may be her best album, but my favorite from her is probably Thank You Next.
Gotcha. Yeah. Understandable. So, next artist, your favorite.
My favorite.
Miss Taylor Swift herself.
Yes. Okay. This was exceptionally hard because Taylor has eras. Like I could choose my favorite songs from like each era because they're basically like a different Taylor every time. So to choose one that is her best, and then one that is my favorite was like damn near impossible, and I don't even know if I want to stick by what I said on my list, but it's okay. So I think that her best song is Cardigan from her album Folklore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Folklore so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's her best album,
Mm-hmm.
like for sure, like by far, like writing wise. Folklore Red, I guess
Mm-hmm.
I could say, but I don't know. I love that song so much. I think it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song. I've heard it. I'm still yet to listen to the entirety of Folklore or Evermore. I'm sorry. I love Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I love Taylor. She's awesome. I just like haven't listened to those two yet.
It's okay.
But I have listened to her other albums, so don't come for me.
Yeah.
I think my opinion of her best song has got to be Lavender Haze from Midnights.
Okay.
I just like
Good choice.
I like her. I like that she is just like a phenomenal lyricist.
Yeah.
And I think Lavender Haze really does it for me.
Mhm.
And I love the sound of it. Like I'll just
Yeah.
listen to it and I'll be like,
It's
yeah,
a
just
really pretty song.
Yeah,
I think it was like
I know.
the perfect way to start an album.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because like it
Mhm.
sounds like an intro song when you listen to it all the way through, but
Mhm.
it's not limited to being an intro song.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And you know what? It even sounds like what I think Lavender would sound like.
Yes.
You know?
I 100% agree.
I think Taylor has a very strong vision when it comes to her music,
100%.
and she executes it really well, and I
Yeah.
think she did it perfectly with Lavender Haze.
I agree. I almost chose Cruel Summer as her best song, not gonna lie,
Mhm.
because that one is pretty fantastic, but
Mhm.
it's a shorter song, and I wish it was
Yeah.
longer. Like I
me too.
replay it because
Me
I'm
too.
like, it's not long
Yeah.
enough.
I was gonna put that one as my favorite song, but I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. I like my favorite
Yeah.
more.
What is your favorite?
My favorite is New Romantics
Yeah.
from 1989. So good. I will never not listen to that song. It's just so.
Yep.
I love the lyrics.
It's a no skip for sure.
Oh, I will never skip it. No, like if it comes on, I will be like, yep, we're listening to this right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love listening to it like whenever I'm like getting ready.
Mhm.
I think it's just like a fun
It's
little
like a
party.
hype song.
Yeah, it kind
right?
of is.
It gets
yeah.
you happy and excited.
Yeah, but it's not
listening
like
to that. Ugh.
yeah, but it's not like I don't know, like slutty rap music that I
No.
usually listen to. You know, so it's like New Romantics is a fun way to just like pump myself up for the club.
I think it sounds like happiness. You know what I mean? Like it really just sounds like pure content.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's such a summer song.
Literally.
It's the perfect song. Yep. I
It's
love
adorable.
it so much. It's a great song. Okay, so
What about yours?
my favorite, I definitely chose this out of like nostalgia, but
Okay.
it's You Belong With Me. Like
Yep.
like how can you not choose that as like
It's
your
a pretty
favorite
song.
Taylor song?
It's a
like
pretty
it's
song.
it's completely a classic, but honestly, I almost chose Fearless because
Ooh.
I love that one so much. Like
Mhm.
it's super nostalgic for me again, but I don't think anything tops You Belong
I
With
gotcha.
Me.
Yeah. Yeah, You Belong With Me is such a cute song, and I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So much like
Yeah.
a nostalgia album for sure. Or a song.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, why didn't I choose All Too Well as her best song? Wait. 'Cause I was
Moving
like,
on.
wait a minute. Okay, wait. Scratch my answer. I'm replacing her best song with All Too Well, the Sad Girl Autumn version. It has to be that version specifically. I don't know if
There's
you've
a
heard it.
Sad Girl
There's
Autumn
a Sad
version?
Girl Autumn version. It's phenomenal. Like genuinely listening to that song is a masterpiece. Yeah, that's her best one. Cardigan, you're a great second place, but All Too
Girl.
Well just got bumped up.
Anyways. Love you, Taylor. Okay, next, Doja Cat.
Yes.
Ava, talk to me about your best and your fave.
Okay, so my best and my fave are the same song because I couldn't choose.
Mhm.
I think Streets is her best song.
Mhm.
The lyrics in it, the production, oh my god, the beat that
Yes,
goes with Streets,
yes.
perfection. She
Yes.
sings in it, but she also raps in it. Like I think it shows her skills so well.
Yeah, she's a very talented
And
artist.
it's just such a good song. Like I
Mhm.
will never get sick of that song.
Yeah.
So that's why it's also my favorite.
I agree. Yeah, I think Doja Cat is super talented, and I
Mhm.
feel like sometimes people just like shove her into this, just like she's just a rapper kind of
Yeah, but like
box, and
she's
it's like
very
no,
diverse.
she's so talented.
Yeah.
My opinion of her best song has
Mhm.
got to be Agora Hills
That's a good
because Agora Hills is just like a song that I like. It had a really new sound
Yeah.
to me.
Okay.
Like it was unlike anything I've heard before in the whole like hip hop and rap world.
Mhm.
So I would have to say Agora Hills would have to be like her best song.
Yeah.
And my favorite song is Woman from
It's a good one.
yeah,
You just want to dance to it.
Oh, it's so good. And like I love just like walking to it. It just like makes you sway.
beat,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool. It's cool.
I like it. I think Agora Hills is kind of like Streets Part 2.
Oh,
do you
really?
know what I mean? Like,
okay.
where like it has that kind of same like sexy vibe to it. I like it a lot. And also, like, mini disclaimer halfway through this episode, some of these artists may be problematic. But
they're still great artists.
We're talking about their art, to be fair.
Yes.
So
also, we support women's rights and we support women's wrongs. So
exactly.
leave us alone.
Anyways, next up we have Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I love Lady Gaga. She's so fierce. Stephanie Germanotta.
I love that you just know her full name.
Yeah, I do.
She's fantastic. Like, I know she hasn't really come out with music in like a minute. I mean, she did have Chromatica.
Chromatica?
Yeah. She did have that come out, but like, I don't know. I kind of separate that from like her older works. There's like new Lady Gaga.
Women evolving.
There's like old Lady Gaga and new Lady Gaga. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what? Yeah,
she's had a bit of a flip.
Yeah, she has changed a lot. I mean, she also had her album Joanna. I can't remember.
I like that one.
I didn't listen to it.
Okay, I only know like 2 songs off of it, but they were good. So
fierce. Okay, so talk to me about what your opinion of her best song is.
Okay, I think her best song is Bad Romance.
Love.
I also think that the Bad Romance music video is probably one of my favorite music videos of all time.
It's phenomenal.
It's insane to watch and like so ahead of its time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like watching it now, I was like, this was crazy back in the day. Like late 2000s, incredible. I think that's her best song in like every category. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I have to agree. I think Bad Romance is definitely like a beautiful, cool song, and the first time that I watched it, it was like, oh my god. Back when like Lady Gaga used to have like short films for her music videos,
they were incredible.
Oh my god, Bad Romance literally like both traumatized me, but also was like, oh my god, this is like
I was like scared, but I was like, I can't stop watching this.
Yeah, literally. My opinion of her best song has got to be Born This Way. I think it just spoke to an entire demographic of people in a way that we felt seen with Born This Way, and
100%.
You know, she's always been like a queer icon and ally, and I think
definitely solidified it.
Yeah, it definitely. Oh, 1,000%. And Born This Way not only sounds super cool and like it's like instantly recognizable, but it also sends a beautiful message to like people and like is like, hey, you are just fine the way you are. Yeah, you know.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite?
Okay, my favorite is Just Dance. That song hits.
So good.
Oh my gosh, like let me bust a move. Like
yeah.
It's so good. It's like it's just a phenomenal pop dance song.
Yep.
I love it. Love it.
I love just shaking ass at the club to Just Dance. It's so good. It's so good.
Yep.
My favorite Lady Gaga song has got to be Applause from her Art Pop album. Art Pop is my favorite Lady Gaga album.
Low-key underrated.
Is so good. I remember when that album came out and so many people hated it and let it flop. And I'm like, no, this album is amazing. Yeah. Also, the message of Applause is just like, I mean, one of the lyrics is literally just, I live for the applause. And as a theater kid who loves attention.
We do.
I do. Okay. I remember being in the 6th grade. We used to have this like thing where like at lunchtime we could like pick music that we could play. But we would have to like request to do it, and our teacher would have to say yes or no, and I would always request Applause, and she would never let me because it sounded a little bit inappropriate, and I was like, be for real. We're in the 6th
Lady
grade.
Gaga, come on.
It's Gaga, come on.
Okay, next artist is Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes.
If you don't listen to Sabrina and you love pop music,
who are you?
What are you doing?
Are you living under a rock?
She's fantastic.
Do you hate women?
Okay, so I think that her song, this is a very local answer, but I have reasonings.
Okay.
I think that her best song is Nonsense.
Okay.
For multiple reasons. First of all, it's super catchy. Pop song, it's a classic, and you listen to it and like you want to keep listening to it. It's not that pop song that you get sick of. You know what I mean? And I think that her lyricism in the song is actually really clever. Like when you think of her like, you know, like the blah blah blah, we're talking nonsense, I'm like, hey, wait, that's really genius. That's actually really clever. It's so simple but so elaborate at the same time.
Yeah.
But what really gets me is her creativity to create a new outro every single live show.
Every single time. Every single time. I agree. I think
that's an incredible talent.
Yeah. And she does it so well too. I mean, this girl has released, not only is there Nonsense, but there is Nonsense, like the Christmas version.
Yup.
She has the sped up version released as well.
Yes.
And then she also has a collab with Coy Leroy.
Coi Leray.
Coi Leray. I think it's Coi Leray. Yes.
I'm like, is that her name?
I'm pretty sure. Please don't kill us. Anyways,
oh my God.
she has like
I was blanking.
Yeah, she has like 3 extra versions of it, and they all work really well. Like it is just like it's really good song for sure.
Yeah.
I would have to say my opinion of her best song though has got to be Honeymoon Fades.
Okay.
This song wasn't on an album. It was literally
I was
just,
like, I don't think I've heard it actually.
Yeah, it wasn't on an album. It was literally just a single that she released.
Okay.
And I think the way it's produced, I just think it sounds so unique to other pop songs that there are. Like Ariana Grande, I think she pulls out new sounds all the fucking time, and she's just like, whipping stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
But with Honeymoon Fades, every time I listen to it, I just like, I don't know, it just feels like something I haven't heard before.
Okay, interesting. I like that. Very refreshing.
Cool. And it's also kind of like a sexy, it's a little bit like, it's a sexy love song.
I like that.
It's a really beautiful song. I like it.
Okay, cool.
What's your favorite?
Okay, my favorite Sabrina song has to be Fast Times. It gives that same energy as like Taylor Swift's New Romantics.
Okay.
Where like you're just like, it's just a happy song. Like you just feel good about yourself listening to it. And I think it also really does talk about like how life like flies by so fast. So like enjoy it. Yeah. Like take a step back and just like have fun.
Yeah.
I like that message a lot. I think it's really cute.
Yeah. I adore Emails I Can't Send. Like that whole
phenomenal album.
The entire album just she whipped up so many good singles, like so good, and even the deluxe album too.
Fantastic.
Like hello,
yep.
Sabrina, what are you doing?
It was so good.
She laced that album with something. Anyways, my favorites have got to be I'm pretty sure one of them is from Singular Act 1 and the other one is from Singular Act 2. Don't kill me. Okay. But I couldn't choose one because I love both of these like so equally. Yeah. But the first one is Take Off All Your Cool and Sue Me.
I love Sue Me.
Sue Me is so good. It's just like,
good song.
Right? Yep. It's just such a fun song to listen to whenever you're just like, you know what? I do feel confident in myself and this guy screwed me over, and you know what? I just want to live life and be happy and be cool.
Yeah, like sue me for being hot.
Yeah, whatever.
So
but good. Take Off All Your Cool, I think, is a very beautiful, like, intimate song because it's still kind of like boppy and a little cute, but it's all about just like, I want to see your truth. I want to see who you are. Like the whole message of the song is just like, I want to know you on a deeper level. Like,
that's cool.
Like, yeah, it's like, I mean, it starts off by saying like one of the lyrics is like, I like your soul when it's shirtless, because it's there's like this like play on words of just like, I want to see you naked, but not in your body way, like you want intimacy, but in a good way. Yeah, I want you as like a person.
I like that.
Yeah,
cool. No, that's really cool. Okay, so our last artist. Why do we put these one after the other?
I know we really
He's stirring the pot.
It's okay.
Our next artist is Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I love my Asian queen so much.
So fierce. You're basically her.
I basically
white dads.
Yep. Filipino
moms, both theater kids.
Yep.
Both love Disney.
We do.
Yeah.
I just am not famous and she is. Like she's who I could have been if I became a child star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, your opinion of her best song.
Okay, again, another local answer, but I have reasoning. I remember when Driver's License dropped. I remember the day, like literally the night it dropped. I saw her post about it and I was like, what are you talking about, Driver's License? What the hell is this? And I was like, okay, let me go check. And I went to go listen to it because I was a huge High School Musical, the series fan.
Yeah.
And I liked her songs that she wrote for that show. I thought they were really good. And so I went to go listen to Driver's License and I was like, hold the phone. This is incredible.
Yeah.
I was like, this is peak songwriting. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Like, it's phenomenal. And I sent it to you and you were like, this is terrible.
The first time I listened to it, I'm sorry. Yeah, the first time I listened to it, I was like, I hate this song. But now I'm like, yeah, it's actually really cool.
Yeah, no, I remember you being like, this isn't good. And then I was like, is my music taste terrible? Like,
no, it's good.
I was questioning myself for a second. And then it just blew up.
Yeah.
And I think it blew up for good reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's a phenomenal song. And it showcases how good her songwriting is. And it is really that good. So, I mean, as much of a local answer as it is, I have to choose Driver's License.
Yeah, you know what? And it's true. And you know what? I'm going to apologize right here. I'm sorry for saying it was trash. I just needed it to grow on me, I guess, because it was just like, oh, okay, like it's fine.
Yeah.
But she really has proven herself to be like such an incredible lyricist.
For sure.
Just like Taylor Swift.
Yep.
So I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. Driver's License is a great song. Mm-hmm. But I would have to say that her best song so far has got to be Vampire.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good song.
I like it because it just feels very raw.
Yeah.
It feels very open, and every time I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, this is the way to kind of be like F you to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, it's a really hard song to sing too, so I think it really showcases like her vocals.
Yeah.
Which I love to see as well.
It feels honest.
Yeah, for sure. So my favorite is Jealousy, Jealousy.
Ooh, really?
I think it's super catchy, and it's actually really, I think it's one of her more underrated songs.
Okay.
I think it deserved more hype for sure. And I know I'm choosing all of these off of like her first album, like Sour, although Guts was fantastic as well. But I think Jealousy, Jealousy is like my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Guts a lot more than Sour. Sorry, I don't know. Okay. I just like her like evolved sound now.
I was gonna say she's definitely grown.
Yeah, she's definitely grown as an artist.
Yeah.
My favorite song has got to be Bad Idea, right? Because it's super catchy and also it just like really hit close to home. It's very relatable. There were, times in my life where I could have really used a song like this, and
better late than ever.
I know. It just really hit really close to home, and you know what? It has a great catchy sound, and I love listening to it whenever I just, want someone over.
It's a great song. Okay, so that was all of our favorite artists and our favorite songs from them and their best songs.
Yes.
Let us know if you guys have a different opinion.
Yeah, comment down below.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys. You can definitely follow us on all of our socials. They're listed down below in the little description box.
Love you, girl. Bye.